Welcome to our demo of SCiNiTO AI features. Let's start with a key question. What is SCiNiTO? SCiNiTO is an AI research platform that aids the entire research process, from finding resources to analyzing literature and publishing. Think of it as your smart research assistant designed to save time and improve research quality. Think about what a single literature review actually costs you in tools. A search database your library pays for, a reference manager, a general AI chatbot you half trust because it invents references, a separate service to pick a journal, and a PDF reader. 5 tools, 5 logins, 5 learning curves, and often 5 separate bills. Every time you move between them, you lose context and you copy and paste the same query, the same title, the same abstract over and over. SCiNiTO collapses all of that into one workflow, sitting on top of more than 500 million scholarly works.
Today, I'm going to walk you through SCiNiTO from the very first screen, creating your account.
Account, all the way through to advanced tools like deep research and research space.
By the end of this session, you'll be able to go from a research question to getting feedback
on your draft manuscript.
I'll use one example question the whole way through: machine learning methods for anti-cancer. Peptide detection, so you can see how each feature builds on the last, instead of jumping between
Random topics.
Okay, everything starts with an account. To create your account, go to the SCiNiTO.ai website and click Start for Free here. Or here. You'll be redirected to the app.SCiNiTO.ai application and to use the different features. You need to sign in or create an account. If you don't have an account yet, don't worry.
Creating an account in SCiNiTO is very simple and straightforward.
Click the Sign In button here and log in with the email and password you already have. Or, if you don't have an account, click Create Account here and fill in this form with a few simple details: full name, email, and password, or sign up with your Google account. But since I already have an account, I'll log in to SCiNiTO. And here is the SCiNiTO application interface for users affiliated with an enterprise organization. If you're not affiliated with any enterprise organization, SCiNiTO treats you as a free user. Free users have limited access to SCiNiTO. They can use a limited number of AI chats and some searches in the search feature.
And if your organization has an enterprise plan, but you aren't automatically detected in
SCiNiTO as part of that organization, just click the profile icon to open your profile. Then, in the Organization tab, click Add Your Organization. And enter your organization's name, then select it from this drop-down menu. After selecting your organization, you send a join request to your admin. Once the admin confirms that you belong to that organization, all of the features we're about to explain are unlocked for you.
So make sure that in the Profile section, you're affiliated with an enterprise organization.
Okay, this is a very important section because support appears here. If you have any questions about SCiNiTO, create your first ticket in the Support section. We're happy to answer all of your questions. Okay,
Let's start with the search feature in SCiNiTO.
Click on Search.
As you can see, this many records are already indexed in the SCiNiTO databases.
And based on real, verified knowledge, real papers, real sources. SCiNiTO can answer all of your questions. If you want to start with a simple keyword, just type it into the search box here. For example, as I mentioned, I want to investigate the role of machine learning in anti-cancer peptide detection. So I'll just type machine learning here and click Search. These are the numbers of sources, papers, books, book chapters, proposals,
And other source types that already cover this keyword.
If you want to narrow your search, you can use the filters in the left-hand panel. For example, I only want machine learning sources from the last 2 years.
Click this filter.
If you want a specific organization, keyword, or country, you can filter by it. Or, for example, I only want English language sources.
I don't want sources in other languages.
I just want to focus on, for example, article, notebook, and book chapter source types.
You can also filter by SDG, the different Sustainable Development Goals.
And I only need open access papers for my search.
After adding these filters, you can see the count drops from this number to this one.
That makes it easier to start scrolling through and understanding each of these papers.
It's good for your search. But in the simple search, I only added the machine learning keyword. I actually want a combination of machine learning and anti-cancer peptide. To add more than one keyword, you can use Advanced Search. Click Advanced here and add as many keywords as you want. I want machine learning and anti-cancer peptide. I also don't want papers that focus on antimicrobial peptide.
This is a good way to exclude those papers, using the Boolean operator not.
After that, I apply these changes. And as you can see, the number of results drops, interestingly. Now you have only 23 papers that cover your machine learning and anti-cancer focus. For the review article you want to write during this work. That will follow throughout this demo. And for each of these papers, you have several options. You can download the citation for this article or search for it on Google.
You can bookmark it in your Bookmarks section or in any research space you've created.
I'll show you how to create a research space. You can click See More to view more information about this paper.
This paper was published in 2024, for example, with its article type, open access status, venue, and more. If you click on any of these articles, for example, this one, you're taken to the article detail page.
On this page, you can see more detail about the article. For example, the keywords the article covers.
And if you scroll down, you can see the citations, references, and related papers for this article.
We can examine each of them one by one. You can also copy the citation or search for the article on Google.
But an interesting option here is Explore with AI.
A button that appears inside each paper.
Explore with AI helps you extract the main findings, limitations, novelty,
and answers to any other questions you have about the paper using AI chat. You don't need to open the article's PDF or spend a lot of time reading and screening it. Just click Explore with AI. This takes you to AI chat, where you can ask any question or use the different agents we provide, along with quick actions for this article. For example, I just want to find the main findings of this article. Click this quick action.
After a few seconds, SCiNiTO provides an answer about the article's main findings.
You see, you don't need to read the whole PDF to extract the main findings. SCiNiTO reads it for you, so you can focus on the key points. As you can see, in AI Chat, we provide diagrams to help you understand the context better. And you can copy this answer or save it to a space. Here, I've started a new AI chat. You can start a new AI chat by clicking AI Chat or New AI Chat here. So, Explore with AI was scoped to a single paper. With AI Chat, you can start any question you want in a new thread. For example, let me try this prompt. What feature encoding methods and classifiers are most commonly used for anti-cancer peptide detection? This is a very important prompt in my field, and it helps me get a big picture view of the different classifiers and encoding methods for anti-cancer peptide detection. You can also add filters so that answers are based on your criteria. Just open the filter options in AI Chat. You'll see that we provide filters to make sure the papers that inform your answer match the filters you apply in AI Chat. For example, I only want the last 2 years. I don't want papers from, say, 2010 or earlier. I only want papers from the last 2 years. Or only papers from a specific venue, for example, the journal Bioinformatics. This is a very prestigious journal in my field. And I want to exclude preprints and predatory journals. To be clear,
SCiNiTO doesn't declare with certainty that these are predatory journals.
They simply appear on a curated predatory risk watch list. So I don't want to see journals flagged for predatory risk in my answer, and I want open access. After adding these filters and clicking Apply, I can be sure my answer is based on my filters. The AI chat answer is grounded in real papers, not a generic web answer.
So you can trust the answers generated by SCiNiTo's AI chat.
And every claim in the answer is backed by a real citation. You can hover over any of these numbered citations to see the actual papers our AI chat used as references. You can also see diagrams and zoom in or out of any of them. And make sure everything is covered based on your question.
You can also copy the answer in the different citation styles we provide in SCiNiTo.
For example, some journals require IEEE citations, while others require MLA or Harvard citation style. We provide 6 important citation styles in SCiNiTo, so researchers don't have to do anything manually. Just click, for example, IEEE citation, then copy and paste into Word. And every reference appears in that style. In the References section, you can also copy the references or export them as BibTeX or EndNote, and import them into any reference management tool you already use. For example, tools like Zotero, EndNote, or Mendeley are ideal for people who rely on them for reference management. And the Sources section shows all the papers we used to build this answer. If you have any follow-up questions about the answer, you can click one of the related questions we've extracted for you or type your own. For example, I want to know which of these methods used for anti-cancer peptide detection is best for imbalanced small data sets. So I click it, and the answer is generated for you. It focuses mainly on methods and papers that work with imbalanced datasets. I already have a small dataset where the positive data outnumber the negative data. So I should consider methods that are good for this type of data. This is a very helpful follow-up that points me toward which methods are best for imbalanced data. As you can see in the answer, we provide tables so readers get a clear visual presentation of the answer. Okay,
You can also follow up with any other questions you have.
But at this stage, let's move to another SCiNiTO feature, deep research.
First, I'll just copy this prompt.
Before that, note that a share option is available in SCiNiTO.
You can share this answer with anyone by creating a share link and sending it, whether or not they have a SCiNiTO account.
I'll start a new chat, and instead of quick chat mode, use deep research.
Deep research is a powerful SCiNiTO feature that draws on many papers to build your answer.
In Quick Chat, you can see the answer is generated from, for example, around 15 sources.
But deep research pulls information from more than 100 papers to give you a more thorough answer.
Okay, I'll start deep research with the same prompt.
When I start deep research, I can see research in progress, and it takes some time to finish.
But you don't need to stay on this screen.
You can go to other features and tabs, and when deep research finishes, SCiNiTO notifies you by email.
So let me go to another great feature, PDF analysis.
If you already have a PDF on your computer or a paper a colleague sent you, you can upload it directly. SCiNiTO reads the full document and lets you ask questions about it, just like in a chat.
Let me upload a PDF. For example, I'll select this file from my computer and upload it into PDF analysis.
Once the upload is complete, click Analyze PDF, and after a few seconds, you're taken to this window where your PDF appears in this panel.
You get a preview of your PDF, and you can ask any question about it or use these quick actions.
For example, I'll use finding extraction to see which findings appear in this paper. Click it, and AI Chat answers your question. I want to be more specific and understand the dataset sizes this paper uses, or any cross-validation method they use. So I ask, what dataset sizes and cross-validation strategy does this study use? And without my reading it, SCiNiTO gives me the dataset size and cross-validation strategy based on the paper. Or, I've skimmed the PDF and realize I don't understand Figure 2 and I want more information.
The caption isn't enough for me, so I ask PDF Analysis to explain Figure 2, and it gives a very specific, detailed answer about each panel in Figure 2. Now I have a much better picture of this PDF, so I can ask any question I want.
You also have access to all your previous analyses here in the PDF analysis history, and with this option you can rename a file or delete it from your history.
Another great feature is the reviewer agent.
It helps you critically evaluate your own manuscript before you submit it to your target journals. Just upload your draft manuscript here, and the reviewer agent starts working on it.
While this manuscript uploads, I want to show you that the deep research results are complete with an executive summary. You can see the different steps of your deep research here. Executive Summary. Introduction. A literature review with a clear mermaid diagram, key findings with helpful charts, and a table comparing different methods.
The feature encoding method, the performance, all of this comes from one prompt. And you can see that each sentence is backed by real papers with no fake generation or hallucinations like you get from general-purpose AI. The Sources and References section appears here. And you can see that the number of sources used for deep research is much greater than for quick chat.
Okay, let's go back to the reviewer and start the review.
When you click Start Review on your draft manuscript, under the hood, this isn't one generic AI. It's 9 specialist agents working in parallel, each examining your manuscript from a different angle. For example, one checks clarity of writing, another checks novelty against the existing literature, and another checks whether your results are actually reproducible from what you reported. These specialist reviewers are very helpful for examining my manuscript from different points of view, helping me understand the main issues and fix them before I submit to a journal. It can take some time to finish reviewing a full manuscript, but like deep research, you don't have to sit and wait on this page. Feel free to do something else and work on other files. You'll get an email the moment your review is ready. Once the reviewer's work is done, the results are organized into 4 tabs.
In the Summary tab, you see a brief, high-level overview of your manuscript.
It provides a summary, contributions, contradictions,
and an overall score for your manuscript.
You can download the report with this button, and the graphical abstract button is only for enterprise users.
With this button, they can generate a graphical abstract for their manuscript. In the Findings tab, you can see the different issues found in your manuscript, organized by the section they came from, category, and confidence. You can accept or decline each finding. For example, here it notes a biological application for a graph-sage network, one of the networks I use in this manuscript. That isn't biologically meaningful. This is a really good catch, a point a human reviewer would also raise. When I accept it, it moves to the accepted issues, and if you disagree with the reviewer, you can simply decline it. For each issue we extract from your manuscript, we provide a suggestion to help fix it. Very helpful for people who want to improve their manuscript.
In the Similar Work tab, you can find papers closely related to your manuscript, which you can use in your literature review to make sure you don't miss any relevant work. And interestingly, in the Recommended Journals tab, you can find journals suitable for your submission. You can download an Excel file of the recommended journals or review each one and examine the different metrics we provide. So the reviewer agent gives you everything you need to submit your manuscript to a journal. But sometimes users don't want to upload manuscripts to SCiNiTO. Of course, we have strong data security policies, and we assure users that we don't use your manuscript or any of your data to train models.
Still, some prefer not to upload their manuscript to the reviewer, but still want journal recommendations, and the recommendation feature is for these users.
You just enter the title and abstract here, and filter journals by the quartiles you want.
For example, I only want Q1 journals and only open access journals. I'll paste the title and abstract here and get recommendations.
The recommendations are generated, and you can see the different journals SCiNiTO suggests for my paper. Okay, everything so far has been powerful on its own.
AI chat, search, reviewer, PDF analysis, and recommendations. But research is rarely a solo, single-session effort.
We need to collaborate with different people, our professors and colleagues, to write a review or a paper. Research space is a feature that gives you a space for collaboration. It removes the back-and-forth emails you send to professors and colleagues to have a conversation together. For any proposal, grant, review article, or research paper, you just need to create a research space.
Click Research Space here. Start your space by uploading a PDF or bookmarks, or add them later, and give your space a name and description. Then invite your colleagues with the Members option.
After you provide this information, just click Save and your research space appears.
For example, I'll create a research space for the peptide prediction grant, add my colleague, and add a short description. I already did this earlier. Here is my research space. Click it, and you can see the PDFs, bookmarks, and notes that I or my colleagues have added to the space. And the power of this space is the AI dedicated to each research space. When you have a question about the space, just click Explore with AI and select the sources.
For example, I need this bookmark, this PDF, and this bookmark. I've selected these 3 sources, 2 bookmarks and 1 PDF, and click Explore with AI.
It takes me to AI Chat, where I can ask any question about these sources. For example, I want to compare the findings of these sources, or you can try these quick actions or agents. A methodology comparison between the sources, a literature review based on the 3 sources, or a gap-finding analysis. I'll use my own prompt and ask AI Chat to give me a comparison of the findings across these sources.
Okay, I used this prompt. Create a comparison table summarizing the key findings from these sources. And as you can see, a table is generated in the answer. In the first column, we see the different features compared across the sources. And in the next columns, the sources appear.
For example, the target peptide. For BiPep, it's biofilm inhibitory peptide. For AMP, it's antimicrobial peptide. And for CPP, it's cell-penetrating peptide.
Our input data differ across these sources, feature representation, and which feature selection method was used. All of this happens without reading any of these sources, just by asking a question in your Research Space's AI chat. And here, we provide a diagram showing the pipeline each of these sources followed in its paper. The input, the feature selection method, and the classifiers each method used.
You can also ask follow-up questions about these sources. Or let me go back to my research spaces and show you how to add other sources.
To add sources, just click the Sources section. You can add bookmarks from your bookmarks, add notes, or add a PDF. Let me start with bookmarks. When you click Add Bookmarks, you see this window with all the bookmarks you've saved from the Stash section. And I'll, for example, click here and add this to my bookmarks. As you can see, it now also appears in the sources of your space. I can also add a PDF file and choose the files I want to add to my space. You'll have the option to select any single source or collect more than one at a time. And you can open it and see the upload process begin. As each PDF finishes uploading, you can see it in the list here. And in Research Space, the PDF feature lets you add a batch of PDFs to your space and work on them all together. For example, say you have 10 PDFs from your sources, and you want to find their key findings, limitations, and novelty. You just upload all 10 PDFs to your space, click Explore with AI, select them all, and ask your question without reading. Or even opening the PDFs, just with the help of the AI chat focused on your research space. When the upload finishes, you've added 5 files, and they all appear in your research space. And you can work with them, a selection of them, or all of them, using Explore with AI. You can also edit the space with this option. Edit it to add or remove members, or change the name or description of the research space.
You can also sort your sources by newest or oldest, and search here too. Thank you so much.
So, in one product, in one workspace, we went from a blank search box to a shared AI-assisted review. We searched 500 million works and filtered to exactly the evidence worth trusting. We asked questions and got answers where every claim was cited. We read the papers themselves, ran a full manuscript through 9 specialist reviewers, found the right journal, and pulled the whole team into a single collaborative space. One workflow, one login, built on the largest open scholarly index there is. The individual tier is free for life, so there is nothing stopping you from opening it on your own topic right now. Start at SCiNiTO AI, your end-to-end research assistant from the first search to the day you submit. Thank you.